We're in the deepest, darkest jungle. We can't get out. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're just in our greenhouse. This year was sort of a desperation planting since we hadn't really been here through last summer. And so we did, but we left a lot of things that still need to be worked on. And one of them is our greenhouse. As you can see behind me, we don't have any plastic on it. It's just kind of a framework. But even with that, we're able to get at least some produce. So I'm going to show you a couple things around the garden. Right here is our cucumber plant. It's kind of growing everywhere. It's coming up on the framework like it's supposed to. And it is actually producing fruit. I pulled some cucumbers out today. Here's one of them. For you growers, you know it's a little overripe. But there were other cucumbers of a decent size and color, like this one, which should be okay. And then on the other side, we have morning glories, which apparently the blossoms can be edible of them. I haven't researched that yet. And then they run smack dab into these, which Pastor bought at the end of the season, and they were labeled as cucumbers, but clearly these are gourds. And we'll use them, we'll dry them out and harden up the outsides, and we'll use them for some kind of storage. You can store seeds in them, or maybe use them as a water, carry water in them, carry juices. And then over here, we've been pretty busy, so we had guests just coming and coming and coming, but we're starting to weed some of the areas, find where our tomato plants are, check up on our pepper plants, which are very happy. And then we pulled a bunch of tomatoes off these bushes yesterday, and I'll get the rest of these ripe ones today. And then over here we have a very healthy, albeit cabbage moth attacked, kale row. And we'll be eating that until it's gone. And then right next to it, we've allowed to grow a very large lamb's quarter plant, which is a wild edible and tastes good and good for you. And then over here, from plants we've already transplanted, these are mustard green seed pods, and they are dried and ready to go. Each one has little tiny mustard seeds in it, and wherever you plant them, mustard will grow. And it grows twice a year, this particular variety. It comes up in the spring and in the fall. So we are trying to get an established mustard patch, which then provides us with food. I had one more thing I was going to check. I have no idea if it's going to be good or not, but on the way, I wanted to show you something else that grows here. This is a passion fruit vine. It has not fruited yet. They've just started coming up, so I'm assuming they're going to keep going. They're an end of the summer vine versus a beginning of the summer vine. That's our compost pile, and everything around it is happy. Then over here, in a bed of mulch, I planted 2 sweet potato plants, and they're still there. There it is, and it's actually grown a bit, so it's doing okay. And then there's another one right there, same thing. Now, those were bought, again, end of the season, so you cannot always expect things that you plant at the end of the season to do well. It depends on how long your season lasts, how much rain you get, and how much sunlight, as to whether they're going to be, champion producers, or maybe just come up with a few fruits and then die off when the fall frost comes. Now, those are growing in mulch. I told you that, and that's older mulch. That's about a year old. Well, this is the one planted in topsoil right here. And it is a lot bigger. It is a lot bigger. So the topsoil wins out. It's the more nutritious. And I will dig that up once the top of that is gone and see if any sweet potatoes come out of it. So that's what we're doing in the garden today. What are you doing for Yah's kingdom today? Shalom. I'll come help you, Pastor. Just hang on a second.